your circle. Your circle got to be strong, man. You don't want to be the smartest person in the room.
Right.
So because if you are, that means you're not elevating, man.
Yeah,
and
you don't never have to worry about that. Go ahead.
Wow.
Excuse me. What the fuck did he say?
That's all
I
I
said
can say.
you don't never have to worry about that. But go ahead, brother.
Now, what you say? What the fuck do you mean by that? What you say?
Because he said,
I didn't hear what he said.
Now let me explain it. He said you don't have to be. You said you don't have to always be the smartest person in the room. So he shot back and said, you ain't got to worry about that. But we gonna move on from that. Y'all ain't gonna stop this.
I'm
gonna
stop
this.
I'm gonna give him a pass.
The way the big homie did like this, and he said,
let's get off that.
How you build the village in this type of situation. Bring your plate to the table. Serving culture preservation. DC through the decades. Historic stimulation. Her story, his story.
welcome to Preserve the Culture, Real Life, Real People, Real DC. I'm your host, Kevin Anderson. And just a quick shout out. Introduce yourself, bro.
Big thanks. Here, we ready to go. Let's get it, Moo.
It's your boy Mustafa. Mustafa, what's going on, y'all?
What's up, fellas? How y'all doing, man?
Much. Cool.
We
Oh my God.
Yeah, absolutely. So, man, we gonna listen. It's always great to have love like we have, man. You know, to come together, represent our city, talk about our city. What you say? Real DC, real life, real people, bro.
That's right.
Real
Absolutely.
people. And let's start off, Mustafa, man, with yesterday the event we was at.
Yeah,
man.
yeah. We showed up to a rally for Ken McDuffie. And we've been doing the last, couple of months. And yesterday it was at the Ivy City Smokehouse.
Yes, sir.
Right there on Oakey Street, Northeast, and nice crowd. And we had a conversation. Of course, Kenyon spoke, but we were having a conversation about the track record, of course, what the do's and don'ts, and more about the culture. So I really fit in that crowd. I felt good about it. Of course, I believe now that we should kind of lay off. We know the go-go culture is with Kenyon. So I think we need to kind of lay off, and Kenyon needs to move around in some bigger spaces now.
Just touch on what you're talking about. We actually was talking to this young lady about how things are going. And she brought up some great points, you know what I mean? And I think we all have a duty to do our homework, do our do our homework and just figure out which client is going to fit better.
Call it due diligence.
Yes, due diligence. Yes, sir.
You know?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Make sure that you're picking who you feel represents you the best and what your goals and what you feel is necessary for the city.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we dealing with a tale of two cities. Again, with and this time, we kind of back from when we were growing up with the political scheme of the city, it was more of a chocolate city culture and pretty much the political culture was going on, which was black people mostly too. But we have a different city now.
Right.
So we dealing with a lot of transplants that came to the city that's been here maybe 20 years, and they don't really understand our culture and legacy. So they're looking for somebody to vote for that is going to move their agenda forward. And it seems like the culture that we have, the native Washingtonians that have been here and seen all these changes, gentrification and all that, we trying to hold on to the original chocolate city.
Absolutely. And that goes into what we're going to talk about tonight, is runs.
Oh, man. As
Chocolate City, we had a hell of a run, man. A hell of a run, bro. And, all runs, whether they long or short, everybody has a run.
Absolutely.
In life, period. Everybody has a run.
Everybody has their shot.
Everybody has their shot, man. Yeah. Everybody has their shot. So, we said, like we said, we're gonna talk about runs. And
the run.
The run. Yeah, the run.
They say, man, life has you got your first shall be last shall be first. We all know where that go, right?
Yeah.
So everybody get their runs, and we can all attest to that, right?
Yeah, and when we think about it, of course, we go back to how we grew up in the city. Mayor's youth, programs, summer jobs.
Absolutely.
But at that same time, when we were really getting into our summer jobs, going to school and clothes and the fashion and things like that, the crack epidemic hit.
Yes.
So it provided us, ones that were involved in that, we had a little extra money in our pocket.
So I would like to say that you know, we always off camera we always talk about how
Mhm.
Mayor Berry's youth leadership and the summer jobs for Mayor Berry. I think that kind of addicted us to that extra little money. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause dudes, like you look at that money and you was like, man, that ain't enough. Dog.
Yeah, absolutely.
I gotta pull another move. You know what I mean?
For what we wanted.
For what we wanted.
We had expensive taste due to the access, the OGs.
Yes, sir.
Chuck
Right here.
Brown.
You know what I
Yes.
mean?
Yeah.
And we was in the
Listen to
go-go.
Chuck.
We wanted, and
Hustlers Ball.
we just wanted to look fresh.
Man.
And that costs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we get the summer youth job check. Sometimes we'll spend the whole check and say, okay, if we involved in, the illegal run, the illegal hustle, we get a summer youth check and flip it. You know what I mean?
How much was your check?
Oh, 125 at that time.
125.
You know what I mean? So the difference with that.
He sound like he want to say something else. Go ahead, Jack.
125. That's
a lot of money
back in the
for
day.
14, 15, 16. Yeah.
Yeah, no, 14, 15, 16, man, 125. You was coming in the house with that, and you felt pretty good about yourself.
You
man,
had
you know?
$50 for the go-go flicks, because you're going to take about 10 pictures
that.
on them days.
True
For the
that.
go-go
How
flicks
much was it to get in the
$5.
go-go back then?
Yeah, $5.
$5.
$10. $10 at the most. That $10, the $10 at the door lasted a long time.
And then Mr. G's pictures was
$5?
$5 to $7,
$5
something like
$7.
that. And I never paid for pictures. I never took a lot of pictures,
Right.
but so I was never really over. I know. I wish that's one of my regrets. But and that goes into the run. So we would get this money, go shopping. You know what I'm saying? Get our fresh stuff, show up at the go to school. And looking fresh, it wasn't no competition, it was all love.
No, it was all
Everybody
love.
was like, but
Yeah.
you were gonna get Joan on if you
Yeah.
wasn't right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But that and then you started meeting people. You started meeting guys that was gonna put you on. You know what
Absolutely.
I mean? Yeah.
Absolutely.
Don't look at the big brother.
Man, that's so funny, man. I was just sitting there thinking, man, about back in the day, even what you say with them rhymes, that's what we getting back to. But I can laugh and have few people laughing, man. I remember I was up UDC. I don't know, this is back in the day, 86. That's
Wow.
Say how long we go.
Yeah.
Man, I'm up UDC, man. We on Connecticut Avenue. And this dude was selling some watches, right? And man, one of them he had some Rolexes.
Oh, wow.
Man.
Man, listen.
Wow.
Dang, 86.
Listen, this gonna trip you out though. This gonna trip you out. This is a true story, and I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
leave. We're gonna move on. I paid $40 for that watch.
Yeah.
It was authentic? Or it was,
Nah.
Okay, I was
That
getting
joint
to
was
say,
fugazi.
blinky joint.
But
yeah.
guess what? It looked good.
Right.
But see, back in them days, they wasn't timely fashion, but they look like a Rolex.
Right.
Man, I took that joint around the way to a good man, and he probably gonna laugh when he see this. He gave me like $350 for that joint.
Stop playing.
Well,
No, this probably like $85, bro.
Yeah,
But listen,
that-
I took that,
Right.
the wheels.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
crazy, right?
Yeah.
But so was it a boost? Was he?
No, he was a stand man. He had a stand.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he just happened. He said, "Man, you said you want to see something interesting." He said,
So
"Check this out." He was a foreigner dude.
So
I was
that's
like,
what that's
I
what
gave him $40, bro.
that's what
Because
started.
y'all remember now.
But I
back
gotta
in
tell you what I really got for the $350. But the
I
$350
mean,
turned into
the 350.
absolutely.
350 turned into the
Woo!
prom.
Yeah.
Oh my God! You know, hey, I'm trying to tell
Turned
you,
into the prom.
that was the beginning.
Yeah, that
For
turned
real.
into the prom.
Crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So
But just think of the runs, though, right?
Absolutely.
So that was back then, and everybody had their runs. So.
Everybody.
yeah. So
happened.
and back then, that's why I asked about the booster code. So my man Piggy, we was at Road Junior High School with.
Yes, sir.
Piggy put me on too, because Piggy come to school fresh every day, man. I'm like, Piggy, man, where you getting this stuff from, bro? I know he wasn't just going to the store. It's something else was going on. But
Right.
I ain't even see some of the stuff in the stores that he used to get, right? And I stayed in all the stores. And Piggy, coming in, I said, "Pig, you gonna have to tell me what's going on." And man, he took me down to 14th Street, 14th and W.
Wow.
You know, you can't say the words, but
I mean,
you
can
can't.
say you can.
It's my man Pig.
Yeah,
He
you
was
can say-
down there. He was,
You can
you
say
know,
he
was
they had the Riddick
LGBT.
boat.
Now, you know, we used to say faggy Pig, but he had, man, he was boosting, getting all that stuff back then. I mean, we used to be crushing it, you know. So we'd get like $600 coats for like 2.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe less sometimes, depending on what kind of mood he was in. So that from that point on, that was it for me.
Yeah. So sticking to what we talking about, a run.
Yeah.
Let's. What's your definition of a run?
Man,
Well-
me? Oh, you talking about
What's-
me? I'm gonna tell you, run to me is, you know, when you if you whatever you into, you rocking. Everything goes right. Every move you make, it flows into another move, and it seems like it just comes easy after a while.
Right.
And after a while, it becomes a pattern, and that's the run.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And don't forget the addiction.
Oh my God.
Oh,
that's-
absolutely.
The addiction.
And then when you it's a certain amount, it's a time period. So like, and that's what I be trying to tell these so-called, I'm gonna call them street journalists that maybe was on the porch back then, or jokers that ain't never leave their neighborhood, think they know everything.
Right.
They think they know who was dealing with who, and but you don't know who. Especially if you left out of your neighborhood and went all across the city, which I was one of those people. You know, you meet so many people and you hook up, and you know, in different neighborhoods, and you know, it's good. It was good men. In each one of our quadrants, you know what I mean? And I was blessed and lucky enough to meet some of these good men, but you meet them and y'all were doing things together, but that might last 2 or 3 months.
Yeah.
Or it might last a year. Somebody get pinched. Or back then, somebody get killed, unfortunately, you know what I mean? But, you know, you have a short time with some of these people, which is a run, you know what I'm saying? It's your good run. That was your man.
And sometimes, man, bro, you can have a dude that's just a good man. You a good homie, he a good homie. And y'all could just be on some, we just be chilling.
Absolutely.
Like, you ain't had to do nothing with everybody. Like, some people you just was cool with. You know what I mean? They could be from the other side of town. But one thing we do know is that DC always had runs.
Hey, man.
Can't nobody question that. Can't nobody question that. And even speaking about the go-go bands.
Runs,
man.
See, some go-go bands, like, listen, the longest go-go band that had the longest run in the city, we all know is RE. They had the best run.
Absolutely.
You know, I mean, we talking about all the way from.
And shout out to all the go-go bands.
Man,
bro.
absolutely. This ain't, we ain't taking nothing away from none of them.
Absolutely.
But RE,
Junkyard has had a hell of a run.
Junkyard.
Yeah.
Shit, I remember Air Ray had a run back.
Man, Air Ray back then.
Northeast
Northeast
Groovers, Mass
all of them.
Extinction, all of them.
They hit them horns 100 times in a row, huh?
And shout out right now, man. Shout out the
Backyard, man.
They back there.
They on
They
something
tear
else.
shit down, huh?
Hey,
They've been on Avengers, I heard, huh?
Man.
Oh, hey, man, they coming out and they doing the grown and sexy thing, which they know. We know Backyard could do this, but they starting to bring it back out slowly but surely, man.
And they a little younger than we are, so
you know
like,
what I mean?
you got people that's a little younger than us. That's their RE.
Yeah, absolutely.
And, you know,
they the second coming to RE, in my
man,
opinion.
back
You know
be
what I'm
cranking.
saying?
So,
Gee, man, they like that, man.
and also the clubs. Let's talk about the clubs that had the run.
Yeah,
Like,
oh man, what?
Yeah.
We already know Ritz, man, the
Chapter.
DC Live.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The Nightlife had a run. The Nightlife in DC had 2 runs.
Down DuPont Circuit. What's
Chicago.
that?
Chicago. That was the
Chicago.
first
That
club I
joint was
went to.
downstairs.
Y'all
That's the
remember
joint you go
it?
downstairs.
Abdul used to take the pictures in
Absolutely.
Chicago. That's where I first met Abdul.
Shout out to Abdul, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Shout out
Abdul.
to my good man, may he rest in power. Remember Steve Solomon?
Steve Solomon.
Yes, sir.
Good,
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
18th Street Lounge, places like that. And that's enough. That Nightlife had 2 major runs from the time we talking about those chapters, the go-go spots, and then remember the go-go died down because of all the violence during the crack epidemic and all that stuff, and we started transitioning into the clubs, and that's what we talking about here. Chicago's was my first one. And then we started going to Spy Club. Mark Barnes had Spy Club back then.
What was the joint down on U Street?
Spy Club was crazy.
Republic Guards.
Republic Guards.
You know what I mean? Hey,
Hold
man.
up, let's not leave out the East Side.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Don't leave out
And
the
East Side
The
transitioned.
Ritz,
East Side transitioned into a regular club night.
RSVP. Come on, man.
Waterside Mall. Yeah, so those clubs we started going to, which that had a run. Those all the way from the, those late 90s to into the 2000s, and it kind of died down a little bit. And guess what? Barack Obama.
Yes, sir.
That his inauguration kicked it off, man, the nightlife. So we had Michael Jordan came here, and he was out partying with at Republic Guards, playing pool, smoking his cigar.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean? 1223, all that Connecticut Avenue area, man. So the nightlife had a bomb run too.
So we also that leads us into neighborhoods that had runs. Which neighborhoods, not
and
which
this
neighborhoods.
short
but
runs.
It
had
doesn't
long
matter.
runs.
Run,
Yeah, it's
run
mainly.
is, like we say, run is a run, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
that's what I'm talking
if
about.
he was in a go-go, he was gonna hit some neighborhoods that was on the run. Lincoln Heights, man, through the brightest days and the darkest nights. Emory Heights,
absolutely.
Man,
like it was
Michigan Park.
Of course.
Speak on that. Speak on the Michigan Park
But
run.
the funny,
though,
I can remember class band. I know we're gonna get a lot of comments because everybody remember Tidy in class.
Oh, absolutely,
that
man.
class band.
Inspector Gadget.
Right.
Class was one that hit Inspector Gadget,
Yes,
right?
sir.
That was my joke.
We forgot about a club, and I'd be remiss for shooting this out because none of y'all said this. What about the Panorama Room?
Oh, absolutely.
Wow.
Panorama Room's still open.
And the chapter too.
Oh,
But
now
I
we can
said
go
the
down
chapter.
this.
The chapter
I said
is
the chapter,
crazy.
But the Panorama Room is still open.
Yeah.
They still have stuff
Yeah,
every
I've been
once in a
by
while.
it.
Oh,
I've
you
been by
playing
it.
right
I
there.
ain't go in, but I'll give you another one. The Masonic Temple.
Masonic Temple.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
You
Well,
know,
don't forget where RE
Club U.
where we were sneaking into the joint with the balcony. Where we at?
Oh,
Howard Theater.
WST.
And the Howard Theater,
Coliseum,
yeah.
WST.
Both of them, High
Coliseum.
Theater,
All of that,
Coliseum.
man. All of that.
You know, you couldn't go down WST if you ain't know Coco and Dodo and all them.
Man.
And man, I'm trying to tell you, you're gonna get thrown off that balcony.
What's the joint over there? Remember the skating ring? What's the skating ring everybody used to go with?
What,
Atlantic?
Colorado?
No, Atlantic skating ring. What's that joint?
Now see, this
you-
where the old
Yeah,
head
when
comes
you going
Oh, you
outside.
talking about when you and Frederick Douglass, y'all just be skating and shit.
But they know. Them people know. Them people know that's rocking. They can remember them joints.
big
They was Atlantic skating ring.
Big homie, I ain't know. I've been in Atlantic
this
City, not
mid-80s.
Atlantic skating ring.
This mid-80s.
See, you was out
Nah, that-
before us.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
real,
yeah,
you a
yeah.
big homie, man.
But I
People had
told-
to tell me where that one's at.
Hey, that
I'm gonna
joint-
tell you where it's at. I'm gonna tell you what's at. Coming up South Capitol Street, right? Used to be on the right hand side, coming from like.
Slim, I
Dang.
had no clue,
Listen,
Joe.
listen. I gotta get y'all right.
Hey,
You know, I be lunching and
I'ma
shit.
tell y'all,
Listen,
hey,
they done
look,
changed it
look.
up so much, but anybody in them comments that they understand, y'all know about the Atlantic skating ring.
Man, if y'all
Y'all tell me
Yeah,
about
man,
that.
people, I
Put
need
in the
y'all
comments,
to
let
put
them
this in the
know.
comments.
Hey,
Anybody who can relate. Because all I can remember is Colorado.
Frederick
Nah,
Douglass was
Colorado
the
was
DJ.
old.
Crystal,
too.
see?
Crystal was old, but this joint was up there. It was right there
Damn,
by Damn, I can't, because I remember I used to come over there from the
Damn.
Well,
highway.
you know what's gonna happen. You know he gonna make me go research
Oh,
and
yeah,
I'm gonna end
yeah,
up
yeah.
posting.
Go
it.
research.
It's
Go
gonna be
research that
a
joint.
picture of Thax and Sidney Poitier like this.
Nah, hey, but see again. Remember I said moves across the street doing like this.
Yeah,
yo,
yeah.
with his
Moves
towel,
out there too,
with his
dog.
towel.
Yeah,
Like, yo,
moves.
can I come in there?
Yeah, moves out there too.
Damn,
But I
Thax, you
think
got me on that one.
Man,
Yeah,
look, I'm telling you,
I'm
it's
stuck on
Atlantic
that
skating
joint.
ring. What is, man? I know
y'all
for a
know
fact.
who would know because he a skater. Homie,
Quack.
Mickey.
Quack to, okay, Mickey
Yeah.
skate
Yeah,
too.
Mickey younger, but Mickey might remember
Yeah,
that.
Mickey
Mickey too.
might
But
remember.
that's all the Go-Go's used to be out there. They had
Ah.
stopped. It was something out that joint. It was out southeast. It was like
Damn,
coming
damn.
from South Capitol Street.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Yeah,
that.
I'm gonna
It's
have to,
old.
I'm
But-
gonna have to do my research.
Yeah, we
that's
got
all.
to figure that out. We're gonna get back to y'all on that one. But
Yeah.
I think we all would agree that runs aren't them joints is not like random.
Nah,
A run
absolutely,
is not random.
absolutely.
Like it's a precise.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
and you
Like,
focus on what you're doing, and,
Yeah.
and you know, I always say, I wish we would have had better mentorship when we were younger, especially like the real estate. You
Yeah.
know, you could go on a flipping house run. You know, and with the money we had, we would have been, if we knew what we knew now, of course, in hindsight, we could have been doing and, you know, make that run a real legacy.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? But, you know, you live and you learn. You live and you learn.
Sad.
Yeah.
Dudes was buying cars and stuff.
I know.
Yeah, man.
Spending all that money.
Yeah. You know what's crazy? I remember me, I had, you know, bought a car and I used to go through this little neighborhood and holler at my man. And there's an old dude out there, and the old dude was like, man, I see you, man, you looking good. You know, you got your cars. He was like, man, God ain't making no more land. And I was like,
absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? I was stuck for a second.
Absolutely.
He was like, God ain't making no more land. That meant to go
It's a
invest
fact.
your money. Yeah, it was real talk.
Yeah.
But I think part of that, it still sticking to the runs, we had older gentlemen, we had the older men that used to be like, even they knew we was doing something side, they still was trying to guide us. You see what I'm saying?
And we wasn't, you know, we
wasn't disrespectful to them.
But we wasn't disrespectful, but we wasn't listening like we should have been. Because we was just, it was just a different air. You know what I mean? We were just so happy and bliss.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because that it wasn't nothing like getting that car and having that it smell. We clean. We go to the car wash, clean that car up, and everything be shining. And that made me think about another run, legal run back then. The rims. Like, remember Flood? Flood had a long run with the rims uptown Slim.
Yeah, my man Keith still cranking.
Tint the windows.
Right.
I forget the joint over there off Kenilworth Avenue.
Yeah,
Around corner from round one. That jump been there forever. What was that jump? I can't remember the name of it, but man, you know, these jokers back then had some good businesses, man.
Coming out New York Avenue for you.
Yeah, Mr. F.
Frank Epps.
But
runs.
Yeah. But your run got to be real though. Whatever your run is, you know, it got to be real. It can't be nothing fake. It got to be something real. You got to be born with it.
Yeah,
you got to be. I think it's a hustler spirit.
Absolutely.
Whether it's we not even talking about illegal no more. We saying just
period.
Because if you notice, the same dudes that was cranking back in the day, they still hustle. Yeah,
but doing it different.
They just doing it a different way. You know, you're like he pointed at you. You got talk.
I mean, if you want to keep it, I respect anybody out here that's doing what they do and still keeping themselves sharp. Like, there's a lot of people that's might be working 2-3 jobs, man, but they hustling, man. That's a hustle, man.
Right.
So dudes that back in the day was hustling, they might do something different now. They hustling. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
And then they still, like you say, they still doing their thing, bro.
And you get and some of the great ones, like you, big bro. You know, it's in you. You can see it. You can't. It's all over you. You wired for it. You know what I mean?
He burned out. This dude, he is burnt out. He is burned out. Slim, and he ain't gonna mind me saying this. Slim, this man right here will find a book and buy that joint for $5 and say, Slim, I can sell it joint for $15. This joint gonna be crazy. I'm telling you, that's thorough.
And that's a beautiful thing, man. And it's good for the younger generation to see that.
Absolutely.
You know, it's inspirational to them. And, you know, we have to figure out how to, you know, get them focused, be better mentors than some of us. And we had some good mentors, but I wish we would have had better financial advisors.
Sure.
You know, I'm not even going to use the word mentorship.
No, real talk. So, in y'all opinion, we'll make some run last in DC, in our city. Nowhere
now?
Else. Yeah.
Consistency. And resources and networking and people you know, man, your circle got to be strong, man. You don't want to be the smartest person in the room.
Right.
So, because if you are, that means you're not elevating, man.
Yeah,
and
you don't never have to worry about that. Go ahead.
Wow.
Excuse me. What the fuck did he say?
That's all
I said you don't never have to worry about that. But go
wow.
ahead, brother.
Now, what you say? What the fuck do you mean by that? What you say?
Because he said,
I didn't hear what he said.
Now, let me explain it. He said you don't have to be, you said you don't have to always be the smartest person in the room. So he shot back and said, you ain't got to worry about that. But we gonna move on from that. Because y'all ain't gonna stop this.
I'm
Y'all
gonna
ain't
give
gonna
him a
stop
pass.
this.
Hold
No,
on,
I'm
no.
gonna give him a pass.
The way the big homie did like this, and he said,
Let's get off that. Though.
yeah,
Let's-
but
let's-
nah,
let's-
but go ahead,
let's-
finish your point,
Nah,
big
but,
dog. My
yeah.
fault.
No, I did though.
Okay.
That's what we need. You need to be able to have resources and people you can reach out to that's going to be able to elevate you and understand what the goal you're trying to reach and be able to assist.
Yeah.
You know, we need each other.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm.
So today, like now, runs look different.
Mm.
These kids, man, they so smart, bro.
Right.
And I think I said this before.
Mm.
And when I say kids, I mean young adults, but where it would take us 7 to 8 years, it now takes them 2 to 3 years.
Man,
With the power.
ChatGPT, AI.
Absolutely.
Technology.
Technology,
Yeah.
social media.
Yeah.
Like they on it, bro.
Yeah.
Like that. And
The info.
yeah, so now run
Information.
looks different. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like let's talk.
I mean, I don't, I think you got a point with that. Everybody's. I think generations change, so the run's gonna be different because the generations change. Like when we were young, we were smart.
Sure.
Like our parents and grandparents was going,
Sure.
damn, he's smart.
Mhm.
But now we look at these youngins 2, 3 years old. Like my man's daughter, she might speak 4 or 5 different languages. Already.
Man,
Yeah.
man. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
crazy,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But everybody it's I think it's just generational, man. But this technology we got, man, you get these cars, man, they look like spaceships, man.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, yeah.
So
Right.
Y'all remember back in the day when we thought a Lexus LS400 when that came out, we thought that was
'Cause it
like
was.
a spaceship.
No.
because it was.
Hold up,
It
y'all.
was.
Remember when the Maxima came out and they just say lights out?
Oh
Oh,
my
yeah,
God,
yeah.
that little sound, that little.
What? Man, we thought that joint was night
Yeah,
ride.
we did.
Slim, that joint say lights are on.
Yeah.
Fuel
Yeah.
level is low.
Yeah.
So I
You say
remember,
dyke.
You couldn't
I
tell
remember-
us that.
I
Couldn't
remember
tell
the
us nothing.
Cressiders and the,
Crescent- oh
and
my
the 300
God,
Cs,
man, you know what I'm
man.
saying? All
The
that.
seatbelts. Zzz.
Yeah.
I was like, this thing is thorough.
Man,
Yeah,
what?
yeah.
We had to, it was the simple thing
Yeah,
for us,
absolutely.
man, like
but
that.
but the visibility now,
Yeah.
you know
Yeah.
what I mean? Because if you can get to 100,000 followers, you can get to 1 million followers.
Yeah.
Bro, that's a
Yeah,
million
that's
eyes, bro.
And if the percentage of people who are actually interacting with you, I mean, because we talk about it all the time. You could have 100,000 followers and you could have only 20 people.
Well,
Engaging
hold
with
on.
you.
But that means, to me, isn't that mean it's the fugazi?
Uh-huh.
That doesn't mean it's real.
Well,
Does it mean
that
it's
real?
that
Am I
makes
right?
sense.
I mean, I don't know.
No, that could people buy followers. You know,
Yeah, I
yes,
heard
people
about
have
that.
bought
Yeah.
followers. I don't know
So-
if you can still. I know it was prevalent for a minute. I don't know how it works now, but I do know. I know a couple of people that
I mean,
did
I
that a
can't
few
say,
years
I
ago.
can't say, I wouldn't say it's not real. I would just say that they got a cheat code and it works.
Yeah,
Like,
but it fades.
so
it-
if it helps them
you
get
can
to the
start
top of their
telling-
craft,
Yeah.
To buy followers?
I mean,
They
some
don't.
people do
I
it.
know, I heard about that.
But
But I'm
you
saying,
start to realize
that's-
that they
that's
can
not
post something
organic,
right.
that thing.
They
Right.
could post something, and then you see all these foreign people just liking it or making
Man.
comments on you. You know what's going on.
That's too much, man. I'm simple and old school.
The
man.
math
I'm
don't
just-
be mathing on it, bro.
Nah, yeah. So, but see, Mustafa know how to do all that stuff.
Engage.
And shout out to you because
Appreciate it.
we all have to evolve.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Especially if you have kids. You gotta, you better
Absolutely.
know how to get on all that stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
you're right about that.
Yeah. So we just touched on the fugazi part. But do you think you can have a real run online? Like,
Absolutely. People
okay.
doing it. People doing it all the time now.
Yeah.
Look at the front porch. Let's talk about the front porch.
Shout out to Nooch, man.
Okay.
Lord have mercy.
So now the front porch is live. Yeah.
Yeah.
But guess what? That online presence
Right.
is keeping them in the rotation.
Yeah.
People are seeing the performances. They are sharing the performances. They just going on.
I'm
and
glad you
on
brought that up.
and on.
Oh, that's
And
called
that's
algorithms, right?
yeah, absolutely.
That's
Analytics,
That's a
algorithm.
great example.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
And like I said, shout out to the front porch, man. I think
man,
for
what?
me,
Yeah, man.
that's the
Hey,
coolest
look
shit
at
ever,
Nucci
bro.
too,
Like
and
straight up.
Quentin, all of them, man.
Man,
That's some
Jackson,
cool
man.
shit.
I remember Jackson.
Big
was always
country.
talking about damn
Yeah,
front porch.
They
down
doing it, man. And now you know, I think they're MGM on May 15th. They
That's
got the
big.
big what you call it, display on the thing, man. You go through that. I'm like, man, that's big. We just rode through there a little
That's
while
big.
ago, and I told the wife, I said, man, that's big, man.
Oh, yeah, that's
They
huge.
got that big John MGM
Huge.
like that.
Huge. So like, who decides? What a run is? Like, how do you look at somebody and go, oh, Slim on a run or homie on a run?
Well, you got to say that right. You mean homie on the run? I'm looking like he.
Not like that. Not like that.
But you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
but
Nah,
if you
I mean, I got you.
but if you on a run,
Like that,
if you
so don't
saying
keep
like
doing that stuff.
no.
Go ahead.
Damn, you always thinking somebody shooting. You always think about shooting. Listen, nah, see, I get what you're saying. I mean, I don't know. Like, it depends on what runs we talking about because, like, even somebody doing good business, like Moo. I remember Moo started off. I was just coming off of vacation.
Yeah.
And I can't even say vacation.
You can say, people know what
Hiatus.
you're talking about. The
Yeah.
homies know what
The
you're talking
hiatus,
about.
right?
Yeah.
But anyway, and I'm looking and I see Moo, and I'm like, damn, I remember Slim looked familiar. I know his
Right,
face. But then
right.
I started watching him. He walking around. I said, nah, this dude ain't in DC walking around that. The area didn't look right. But then he come to tell me, yeah, we was in North Carolina, which I get.
Yeah,
but
right.
I remember watching them back beginning then. So I say, look at Moo's run from back in 2020.
Yeah.
Because that's when I started watching.
Yeah.
feel
During
me?
COVID. Was that
yeah,
COVID?
the pandemic.
During COVID.
So
That's when I had just started DC Decade.
yeah, and that's what I'm dog. And I remember you just talking.
Oh, yeah.
We have to
On
figure
my
out a
walk.
way.
I was on my walk.
Yeah, I remember that. And like I was telling you, I think we was talking about that yesterday. I said, kid, man, I respect any man who's been out here doing what he got to do to take care of his family.
Absolutely.
That's a run.
Mhm.
And a good run. The
Absolutely.
real run.
Absolutely.
So we're going to talk about a
That's
run.
what counts.
What are we
Yeah.
talking? That's what we should be talking
Yeah,
Right.
absolutely.
about. Man
And-
going to work every day
Yeah.
and making a living for his family.
Yeah. And
And
having his
being
run.
there for him. And,
Yeah.
and that's called a real
Yeah,
run.
having his
Absolutely.
run with his family
Oh
and
my
his
God, that's
and
the
his
ultimate
love partner, his life partner, his
Yeah,
wife.
yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Like that's a real run.
Absolutely, right.
And this is fellas. This is what we gonna be talking about, man. This is what our
Man,
show
absolutely,
is
man.
gonna be about, man. We're gonna be talking about the real DC, real life. It's gonna be fun, you know.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
we
yeah,
had a
absolutely.
little fun today, but this is what Preserve the Culture is all
Yeah,
about,
yeah.
man.
Because we preserve the culture.
And I wanna send a message out to the community as we close out. Listen, we are not used to this new voting process in DC. We got 2 months. I don't even count June 1st to June 16th. June 16th is the primary election. We got 2 months. Do whatever research you need to do. I'm talking to the DC registered voters because this ranked choice voting, it's new. We don't know how it's gonna work for our election. It's not what we're used to doing. So get as much information and knowledge. You can hit me up on DC Decades. I can send you something. However we need to do it, we need to all work together. And the main thing is we need to all get out and vote. Do not sit home. No matter who you're voting for this election, don't sit home. Get out on June 16th, get to your polls and vote.
Well said. Dax, you got anything else?
I mean, I'm gonna talk. I'm gonna talk about doing what you need to do to keep the city in good spirits. I'm gonna go out there and help the voting community.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm
We
saying?
need
my
that.
time
We need that.
to
Yeah.
indulge and just not just to give back, but to learn more about voting period. Because
Absolutely.
a lot of people don't vote, man. It's sad that
Yeah.
we are in this time where a lot of privileges are taken from us and we don't use them. But this is the time you're supposed to use them. Go vote.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna follow him.
Absolutely.
What
My
he's
man.
talking about.
Yeah,
You know
they
what I'm
right.
saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
Together.
So, yeah. So at the end of the day, man, listen, runs come and go.
Yeah.
But to earn respect, to get respect in DC, it's got to be earned, bro.
That's right.
Period.
Absolutely.
Period. This is Preserve the Culture, real life, real people.
Hey,
Real DC.
we'll see y'all next time.
See y'all next time.
Back.
Peace.
Southwest.